Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Craig Shah of Craig Shelly, Beverly Hills, renowned celebrity designer of fine jewelry and Swiss watches, sought out for unique, fashionable and creative concepts. Craig Shelly designs are highly crafted and bespoke. Clients are those who have an eye for luxury, style, and a compassionate heart. Stay tuned. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're also streaming through mspnewsglobal.com, and we're also on the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes, going live to Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, Fire TV, and many, many more. So we have an incredible guest today, Craig Shah. And normally I would say I am going to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Craig Shelly, Beverly Hills Luxury Watches and Fine Jewelry at craigshelly.com. And guess who is our guest today? Craig Shah himself. Craig is an incredible entrepreneur, very, very high level. He has a global business with luxury timepieces. He does some of the most incredible collaborations. He's a man of integrity, trust, and he does so much good for charity as well. So let's bring in our guest today, Craig Shah. Craig, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Thank you, Mark, for such kind words. I really appreciate you having me here. Such a beautiful morning here in LA. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Now, I really want to go deep into your business, Craig, but you have really built a successful global business. You are collaborating with some of the biggest names in business. So I just want to go back a little bit about your past and your background, what has led you to do what you do today.
Absolutely. I'm happy to discuss about my journey, and fire away. If you have any specific questions, just tell me, or I can start where you want me to start.
So I would like to know about your journey because I see super success. So tell us a little bit about your background and maybe some of the challenges, what has got to where you are today, because I'm guessing you haven't always had this global brand and this super success. So just take us back a little bit. What has led to that, Craig?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't. You just know there's so much more to be done. I still feel like we're accomplished, but we're not there yet. We're definitely, there is so much more that we can do. And what led us over here is vision and perseverance. I think it's never been an easy journey, and everybody has their story. We just have lots of ups and downs. I moved here to the U.S. as a young immigrant worker. I came in, I was working for a company in Hong Kong and Japan, and then they moved me here at a very young age, about 19. And then I picked up, I worked hard. I worked for them for about almost 6 years. And then at 22, I decided to, quit my job and have my own business. And My wife, she's really been a pillar of support. My mom, she's been tremendous support. We raised a family. We raised our American dream came true over here, and we've worked super hard. Just absolutely day in and day out, just putting hours behind your passion. Not just putting hours, but putting it behind the passion. And one thing led to the other. I think I give a lot of credit to people who embraced me. This country is so beautiful, and people here, they just give you an opportunity. It's a true land of opportunity. So I think there's a mixture of a lot of things, Mark. It's not just one thing, but you know I believe that success is measured in terms of who you are, how you are, how much are you satisfied with someone, or do you have super high ambitions. So success is a very relative term, right? Everybody can feel successful, but they still want to do more. So there was so much opportunity and things were opening up that we always wanted to do more. But I'm happy to tell you a little bit more about my background and who I am, and why I'm here. So if that's okay, I'll take you back into the journey where.
I would like that. You go ahead, Craig.
Okay, cool. Basically, I was as a toddler or 2-year-old. The parents got separated back in India, and we were taken in by my grandma and my uncle, my mom's brother, and they really embraced us. And my sister was just born, so my mom, I, and my sister, 3 of us were in my grandma's house, and I was always, missing that one piece, like in the life, back in India, and 45 years ago, divorce wasn't an easy subject over there. So I always had that, stigma of, not having a dad around. So that somewhere always made me very, very humble. I was always in the awe, whether or not I can do something, is it going to be right? Because I was not in my own house, I was in my uncle's house. So that kind of created a whole, being humble was just instilled in me from the very beginning, and being very present and very being very mindful of others' feelings and others reactions would be a very, very present thing for me, like meaning I was always more careful about what would I want to make sure that I don't do anything that I'm not supposed to do, and people should be treated very respectfully. So that kind of built into my culture and my character. And it had its own downfalls and struggles. But, at 16, I decided that I have to get out of this environment. I have to leave my house in order to do something in life. So I decided to start working for this company. But my grandma gave me so much. So she always said, giving is more important than receiving. So that kind of stayed with me, in the early years, and it kind of built my character. So I always learn to give, to let go, to give in. If there was a situation, walk away from it. So that also, all these little things that were being built into me when I was growing up helped me in my business life. We built many companies. We exited many companies. We some of them, we startups that we early on, in the stage where in our 20s, we help them, fund it. We help them ideas. We help them with a lot of strategy, and we exited. We didn't know enough, so we exited really soon, quick exits. But we figured out that startups are our thing. Like we understand how the startups work, and that led on to our own business. And building our own business. And we started off as a small 18 karat and platinum bridal engagement ring line, where we were supplying to some wholesalers across the country. I'm talking about 1996. And that, developed slowly into a nice little business. I just started designing product under the name Craig S. initially, before Shelly came into the picture. And when Shelly came in, it became Craig Shelly. And slowly, brick by brick, we developed the brand, and watches came into the play, and we started designing. My passion for watches was always there since I was a child, and that kind of converted into a business and a brand. So, and now we're globally supplying to 8 countries, 8 distributors around the world. We have a boutique brand here with corporate gifting businesses, a very main focus. We supply from 10 units to 10,000 units, from Boeing to World Financial Group to whatever, like in everything in between. MLM companies, they need incentive programs. We put them together. We help a lot of creative product, Swiss manufacturing, beautiful craftsmanship, lifetime warranty. So we believe in giving value. We always give value. So this is how we build a brand.
It's a great journey, and to say that you have come from a broken home, I know what that feels like when you're younger as well, because my mum and dad separated when I was around 9 years old. I think it does give you resilience when you get older, but it is a hard thing to go through. But then to come into the USA as a young immigrant to the business that you have got now. Also, you mentioned family a lot, and I know family is so important, and I know that's really important to you. And your values shine through as well. But I think the really important point that you did share, people may see all this big success now, but then when you say the time it has taken you to get there, you have put in the hours, you have put in the graft to get to the business that you are today. Now, I am one of your ambassadors for Craig Shelly Beverly Hills watches. I have a $15,000 timepiece presidential El President watch, diamond, $15,000 worth of watch, which I'm really proud of. I know you're really passionate about watches, Craig. So just tell us a little bit about Craig Shelly Beverly Hills and the kinds of products and services that you offer.
Thank you. Yes, thanks for being in the partnership. I designed this ambassador partnership with only one purpose in mind, that we collectively come together and give back to the society. Obviously, it helps businesses. It helps my business grow. It helps everybody's business grow. All my ambassador partners. It's a culture. It's not just it's an idea. It's not just a business, but basically, giving back is really easy. At any stage in life, we don't have to be multimillionaires or billionaires to give back. So I designed this, I wanted to always figure out a way to, collectively give back. Like, how is the power of collectively giving back? So I, basically what we do is we design watches, we create incentive programs. We have all these ambassador partners that are part of this amazing club. I have a mastermind called Elevate. I bring them together. We help them educate. We help them with their businesses. If they need any contacts, connections, if they need any kind of tools, any kind of support, any kind of overcoming any hurdles, we meet every week on Friday at 9 a.m. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. we'll be meeting Pacific time. And it's basically, iron sharpening iron, like helping them get better. But what we do at Craig Shelly is we basically provide custom timepieces for their incentive programs. So that is one of our strengths. We can do very high crafted product. Doesn't have to be too expensive. Budgets can be given out, depending on the quantities, we can adjust it. But that's a very niche market. A lot of Swiss brands, they don't do customization, but we're boutique enough to be able to do it. So we can scale up to any number. We can scale down to any number. We have a lot of movements and parts in-house, and we can always design things for you. So that's our number one business. Within the Ambassador Partner Club, there's lots that happens. Within the mastermind, there is lots happens. We have our golf tournament coming up in September, September 24, 25, 26. We have a charity golf tournament in Carlsbad. It's a beautiful location at the resort. Everybody will come in from all around the country and around the world, and it's about 150 to 250 people. We all stay there for 3 days, and we mastermind and we play golf. We raise money for the charity, and we learn from each other. There will be some amazing gurus that will be speaking at the event, giving value, and basically entrepreneurs can come in, they can network, they can meet each other in a very guards down, non-salesy environment, in a very comfortable way, getting to know each other, and ultimately excelling through this process.
Your watches are really, really high quality. They're stunning to look at. I absolutely love, well, I have two. I have the El Presidente and I have the other one as well. And also we can talk a little bit about Elevate as well after the commercial break. And also we will talk about your charity work as well, Craig, because every time I see you're doing any kind of event, any kind of collaboration, you're always giving to charity. So I would like to talk about that as well. So stay where you are. Thank you everyone for joining us for part one of Brilliance Business TV show. We're here with Craig Shah from Craig Shelly, Beverly Hills Luxury Watches and Fine Jewelry. He has shared his personal journey of coming from a broken home, going to the US as an immigrant worker, and then spending lots of time and energy to create the global brand that he has created today and the charities that he supports. Join us for part two. Welcome back to Brilliance Business TV. We're joined with Craig Shah from Craig Shelly, Beverly Hills Luxury Watches and Fine Jewelry. In part one, Craig has shared his journey, what has led him to do what he does today in his global business. And I would like to talk now a little bit about your charity work, Craig. You really do lots of work for charities. Just tell us a little bit about the charities that you're passionate about and why charity is so important as well.
Well, let's do the why first. Why is very obvious. I was given a lot. Someone held my hand. So I always somewhere felt in my heart that, I should be giving hand and holding someone else's hand. Even if you don't know them, it doesn't take too much. It literally is, a drink at the bar, literally is no money that you can change someone's life with. So, I find this right. When you attract something, your law of attraction, if you think something, you'll attract it, right? So, I came across several charities, there were shifts in my life, it wasn't just like, it just didn't happen overnight. I was also running very hard and working hard to make money. But, then I realized that, just making money is not everything. Money is one currency. I always say that kindness is a bigger currency. So, from that point, we started, designing campaigns around giving back. So one of the things I talk about in my ambassador partner program is that everyone should have at least one or two charities that you support and you believe in, right? Doesn't mean, faith-based, whatever your charity is. It ultimately has to do good for someone who is in need, who can reach out to that charity for help. So we find the right ones like Akshaya Patra, which is very close to my heart, which is a pot that never ends. The food never ends, that's what it means. Basically, it was founded in 2000 by a gentleman in India, where he saw that the poor parents were always struggling. They make less than $1 a day. They barely have roof over their head and one meal. So they, have more children, more hands, more food. They send them to farms. They send them to clean cars, bus stables, instead of sending them to schools. So what happens is those kids, they often end up into wrong places or wrong hands. So that actually hurts the society more. It's just a very terrible situation where they end up. You don't even want to discuss where they end up sometimes. So what this guy decided or did was he went to these poor parents and said, hey, if you guys send your kids to my school, which is in my home, it's free. I'll prepare a prepared meal every day. I'll cook it and I'll serve your children. And the parents were like, okay, some parents send their kids, some didn't send it. So he expanded the offer. He said, why don't I just give you all a meal? Even you guys can come and eat for free. So now the parents were more intrigued. The siblings can eat, the parents can eat for free as long as the child is in the school that day. That was the only condition he made. And the school is free. So the parents started sending their children over to the school for a free meal, right? Because they can have one free meal. So the second meal they would earn and eat or whatever that is. That turned into a massive movement. Massive. So 21 years later today, they feed 1.86 million children every single day in 29 kitchens. My wife has been to those kitchens. She's worked there. She's eaten there. It's freshly made food. It's super hygienic, all vegetarian, all very healthy stuff. Every morning at 11 o'clock, all the trucks go out to the schools. As long as the child is present in the school, they get free meal. The parents can come eat and the children can come and their siblings can come and eat. So that became a very, now not only you're incentivizing the child to go to the school and instead of busting tables or cleaning cars or things like that, they have a little book or a laptop or an iPad or something in this age and time. I don't know what they have, but they have something to work with. 12 years of school, when they go through it, they come out and they actually have a decent job to at least have a home and, support their family and their parent. And the girl child, when she goes to the school, she never lets her kids back onto the street. So that is changing the shift in, breaking the cycle of poverty. It lasts for 70 years, 80 years. Sometimes poor people remain poor forever. They don't come out. The rich become richer, but the poor just remain at the bottom of, they just grind for generations. And this breaks the cycle. It's it costs nothing to put one child for 1 year to school and education. So we released Legacy in support of it. And so every watch supports one child for 1 year with food and education. Then there is, Shriners here at home. We love Shriners. We've been big supporters from a very long time. And we love what they do. They help families, so we support them. St. Jude's, we just supported a golf tournament raised with one of our hero pieces, Pink Pearl, that was donated. So there's, tons of charities. There's one in Liberia that we're working now to feed installed water pumps, the broken water pumps. People have to walk 10, 12 miles, 30 miles barefoot to get a bucket of fresh water. So we designed a collection called Oceanic, which is going to support one watch, is going to support one water pump, which is helping feed about 1,500 to 2,000 children. So, family, folks, not just children. We always say, anyone has a charity, you're welcome on our page. It's craigshelly.com/charity. Just go in and put an application in there. As long as it's, we have a process that they will look at it, make sure that everything is approved. We manufacture pieces to donate. We do this so that if there is a support needed, some wealthy person can purchase it and the proceeds can go to people in need. 100% proceeds can go. So not
You
just
made a great point, Craig, that for us, we could just give away a little to us, but that can make such a massive difference to someone having a meal, having fresh water, having roofing over their heads. And I think it's important that we do highlight the importance of supporting charities, because it can be a harsh world out there, and there are people that are not as fortunate, and for just a cup of coffee you can really make a big difference in people's lives. And it doesn't matter what level you're at, just give a little to make a difference. And I think that sometimes people think they've got to give away fortunes. That's not the case. Just give away what you feel is a comfortable amount to give away, and that can make a huge impact on people. So I think that's a really important point that you made. Now, I'm one of your ambassadors, and I also spoke on your Elevate platform. Tell us a little bit about the ambassador program. What is it? What is Elevate? In my experience, Elevate is just really great networking. I spoke at one of your events. I picked up clients, which was amazing, but also it builds relationships with people that you may not have doors open to if you wasn't part of the ambassadorship program. High level people, celebrities, very high profile names. So it's the relationships. Getting on your platform speaking is incredible. Just tell us what the ambassador program is, and also tell us a little bit about Elevate. Who's it for? Who would you like to reach out to you?
Well, thank you for bringing that up. Ambassador program is a win-win-win situation. You know, it's designed to succeed. It's a terrific platform. It's basically entrepreneurs need what? You know, they need an environment to network, to meet new people, make new clients, bring new revenue streams to their business, right? And they also need what? Tools to do that, you know, because often solopreneurs are too wound up into doing what they're doing daily and end up into, like, you know, they feel alone. So they don't have a team, right? They don't have the tools. If they have the tools, they don't know how to operate it, because they can only do so much. They can only go around and do so many things. But they can either design something, or they can either be creative, or they be sales. Who's going to do the follow-up? Who's going to do meeting people, following up? So we have a whole system. What we provide is a very holistic solution with Ambassador Partner Program and Elevate Mastermind. What we do is we bring them on. We look at their idea. We look at their business. If it's scalable, it's not for everybody. If you don't have a business, or if you don't have an idea, that can be scaled, it's not for you. It's something, because it's a paid program. You got to be a part of it. It's a membership-based program, right? But that membership gives you a lot of things, right? It gives you an amazing environment. You've been there yourself. You've firsthand experienced it. But it also provides you access, network, making sure that you shake the right hand. Shaking hands is good, but shaking the right hand matters the most, meaning meeting the right person and unlocking those doors, right? That's one part of it, meeting and creating partnerships. But then follow up, how are you managing your social media, your CRM systems, your funnels, your texting messages? How are you reaching out to your audience? In so much noise all around, Mark. There is so many things that are going on in the world, and people want your attention. They're always doing something. How can you get your message out subtly and very positively, where you can make an impact on people? That's another part of it. Then the third part of it is, are you able to close them? Are you able to incentivize and close? Is there that package, is that in place? So we help them with that, create an incentives package. And obviously we supply that, part of it, and that's our business. We benefit there. So, and then fourth and most important one is, together we help the charities. We reach out to the charities and we tell them that, we have a cause-based marketing program. We do all the heavy lifting. We create the banners, we create the microsites, we create the codes, and we publish those ads. And we help, with the help of the charity, we send it out to their audiences. Every time somebody makes a purchase, the charity makes a percentage, and the person making the purchase gets a portion of the sales off. Like, as a, if it's $100 sale, they get $15 off. Charity makes $25. So it's a win-win for everyone. We keep the wholesale cost, and the charity makes, this is found money for charity. So this is ambassador program in a nutshell. This is what it does. I'm sure when they come in and ask more, there's a lot more to it. There's a whole list of deliverables that we have. And then Elevate, which feeds right into it. Elevate is more of an educational based program. Of course, it's networking, but it's more about educating people. It's more about learning how the sales process is. It's more, we partnered up with Cardone University for, sales and mastery program, sales mastery program. It's an amazing program, self-study. But we meet every week and we discuss all the hurdles, if there is any. That helps people. Then, we have leadership programs in Elevate. We have coaching programs. If you want to learn German, if you want to learn French, there's so many different aspects of it. Now we're partnering up with Community Connect. Community Connect is another massive, powerful tool that's been added to Elevate. So Elevate's like an octopus. It's got its hands in so many different places and relationships that it actually is going to build and help you, navigate through a lot of this, things in life, in business life.
And you also forgot to mention the incredible events that you do. I know you're coming to the UK at some point, which I look forward to. That brings me nicely, actually, onto my next question. You mentioned it a little bit earlier, Craig. You've got one of your incredible events coming up, the golf tournament. I believe it's September. I may be wrong on that. So just confirm the dates and tell us more about that.
No, you're right. It's September 24, 25, 26. And it's in Carlsbad, California. It's a beautiful location. The golf tournament is the 25th year anniversary tournament. We mark this as our 25th year in business, and we are super proud. It's an incredible location with great folks. There is some surprise celebrities that we will not going to announce who they are until they show up. But it's a great event. There's going to be thought leaders from all around the world. There are some amazing business owners and entrepreneurs that have made it very big. They've made it into 10 figures, and they'll be speaking there. You'll be learning from, people who have started their businesses from scratch, from nothing, from a couple $100 and build it up to $1 billion. How did they do that? You learn from them. And then you also meet, companies that are in green revolution energy, like Green Tech's going to be there, and they're going to show you opportunities and how they did it. We're going to learn about crypto space. There is a crypto guru that's going to come in and give value over there. There is a CBD company that's going to change the world. It's changing the world. It's helping people get better. And there is a movie about it that we're going to premiere over there. So there is very diverse climate, very diverse opportunity. Technology is there. Plug XR, the company that I'm a director with, and I've seeded, 2.5 years ago, which is coming to fruition. It's just incredible. Technology companies will be there. It's sort of a small symposium where you have very select, very high-profile people coming in, staying under one roof, and meeting each other and collaborating together.
Definitely an elite event with elite networking, all the right people that you want to get in front of, Craig. So if people are interested in the golf tournament, they can reach out to Craig at cs@craigshelly.com. Just send him an email and he will get back to you for the golf tournament or Elevate or the ambassador program. That's cs cs@craigshelley.com, cs@craigshelley.com. Craig, I have really enjoyed having a conversation with you today. Thank you so much for coming on to the Brilliance Business TV show.
Thank you, Mark. It's really humbling, and remembering your roots and going back is always. This is my story. This is all I know, and that's the truth. Truthful story about who I am and where I am right now. But one thing I will just say, just be happy. The journey is limited. Just do the right thing. Do what feels right to your heart. Make sure that you give back in whatever sense. You don't have to give back just in money. Kindness, like just uplifting someone's spirit, maybe giving them hope. You don't know how you're going to change their life by just giving them a little hope. So everyone can affect, others' lives, impact others' lives and make it in a positive way. So if we could give a positive spin to this world, I'm sure this can be a better place than what it is right now.
Well, I think we needed those words of wisdom from the last year and a half through the pandemic that we have had. Craig, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching Brilliance Business TV. Today we have had a conversation with Craig Shah from Craig Shelley, Beverly Hills. He has shared his personal journey of coming from a broken home, going to the US as an immigrant worker, working really hard to build into a global brand that he is today. He has shared the value of giving back and why it's so important to give back in this world. Thank you everyone for watching Brilliance Business TV. Until next time, bye for now.